How to bind off around the gate pegs when there are no gate pegs sounds impossible. But in this video, I am going to share a technique that I developed to do just that. Sort of. The term bind off around the gate pegs is a very common term in the machine knitting world, and you will find it referenced in many patterns. It really means to bind off evenly and not tightly. This technique is demonstrated in my video How to Bind Off Around the Gate Pegs. It is achieved by latching off the stitch while wrapping the yarn around an adjacent gate peg, which controls the tension. Since many popular machines like the Silver Reed LK150, the Brother KX350, and others simply do not have gate pegs, the question is, what do you do? The traditional suggestion for this bind-off on these machines is to start by latching off a stitch or two and then rehang them on the vacant end needles while you continue across the row. Sounds logical, but if you're not really careful, this method produces an irregular and a much too tight edge. My bind-off technique, however, consistently produces an even, firm, but not too tight edge. It can be worked from right to left to right as needed. I will show both methods in this demonstration. Let's begin. The process starts one row before the bind-off row. Crank the tension up one full number and knit the last row. What this does is it elongates the last row of stitches, and the elongated stitches makes the process easier and the edge slightly looser. Now, you want to pull down slack so there is no tension from your mast. A lot of people get this tighter than it needs to be. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull all these needles out to the hold position. And then you're going to push your knitting behind the latches so that all the latches are also open. This is a worsted weight yarn, and on the LK, you have two ends to the latch tool. One is big and one is small. I'm going to use the one that's appropriate for this yarn, which is the bigger one. I elongated that stitch for two reasons. One, I wanted a looser tension, and number two, I wanted to be easily able to stick my hook through that loop from underneath. So technically what I'm doing is I'm holding the yarn on the outside of this needle. I'm inserting my latch tool into the stitch, the very first stitch, bringing it up, and I am going to catch that yarn and bring it down over the needle. And I'm going to make it a generous loop because I do not want this tight. A lot of people complain about getting too tight an edge. Then I'm going to bring my hook up into the very next stitch, put both stitches behind the latch, and the yarn is coming over the needle, and I'm pulling directly down. Now, if you get any resistance when you're doing that, you're probably catching something, and you might want to redo the stitch. Okay, the next one. Insert it, pick and pull, catch the yarn and pull it down. See how nice that flowed? Then I'm coming up under the next needle into the stitch, pull the next one down. And the next one, the next stitch, I'm bringing my latch tool up into the next stitch to the left of the needle. My feeder yarn is coming over the needle, and I'm just catching it and pulling straight down and pulling a generous loop. Come right up into the next stitch. I'm doing this very slowly, but you will speed up as you do this. And the elongated loop allows you the room to go up. It adds extra looseness, but it also allows you to easily go up into that stitch. So you get the last stitches, come up in that, the feeder yarn comes over the top and through. I'm going to cut my yarn, and I'm going to pull this end through. I can weave that in later. Now, all the stitches are behind the latches. So all I have to do is pop them off. And there you have a nice bind off around the gate pegs. Not too tight, not too loose, just right. Here's my swatch. I stopped on the right hand side so that I could bring up my tension one full number and knit one row to the left. That's my last row before the bind off. And just like I did before, I'm going to pull down extra yarn so I don't have to worry about this getting too tight. Now, I am right-handed, so it is easier for me to go from right to left. However, I can go, and there are some times that I need to go from left to right. Once again, I'm choosing the larger end of the latch tool to do my latching. But I just want you to see how this works going from left to right. And if you're left-handed, it might be more convenient for you. So I'm going to pull out all my needles to the hold position. And then I'm going to push my knitting back. Okay? And I'm going to pick up my yarn with my left hand, so that's my tensioner. And I'm going to just bring it forward a little bit, just so I have a little room to work. And I'm going to put my hook of the latch tool into the very first stitch from below. I want my hook to go into the stitch and up on the right hand side of the needle so that my yarn can go over the needle, grabbing the yarn, the feeder yarn, and pulling down. Then I go right into the next one. Now you can use your finger to help it along. Give it a little resistance and pull it down. Right into the next one. Pull it straight down. And our needles are acting like gate pegs, but they're acting like gate pegs all the way across the row. Now, if you notice, you just pull it right off, and that edge is just as nice. This one's the right to the left. They're identical. You can bind off from the right, or from the left for that matter, without upping your tension if you want. So you're going to do the same procedure after you've knit your last row. I just find it makes it a little bit easier if you bind off and elongate those stitches, because this is where the hook won't fit easily into that stitch. Okay, so before I begin, I'm bringing my yarn to the outside edge. If you're working from the left, you'd bring it to the left edge. You're going to insert your hook, pull it down over, and then go into the next stitch. So you're going to do the exact same procedure on this swatch too. So now I'm going to change over to my smaller hook because the stitches are not elongated, and the smaller hook can get in that stitch a little bit better. But you've got to be careful just to pull it down far enough and give yourself enough slack. If you snag along the way, take the stitch out and repeat it. Otherwise, you will have a tight spot on your bind off. Cut the yarn, pull the end through, and then just bring it forward and bring it off the machine. So there is the bind off when you don't have gate pegs. They look pretty much the same. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please take a moment to subscribe and ring the bell to receive notifications of upcoming videos and events. Happy machine knitting!